going on, yo? Welcome back to the Cigar Ralphie. This article right here is titled "A Jealous Man Scalps His Girlfriend, Then Lets His Pit Bull have way with her." And then it says, "Then decides to," and I'll explain what that means. Now, this is the man right here. That's his girlfriend. Pre-beat down or pre-assault. And this is post-assault on the right. You can see her over there in the hospital, swollen up, just all kinds of messed up there. She has to have some jaw support and all that good stuff. So it says, a Kentucky man could be facing up to 20 years in prison after being found guilty of slicing his girlfriend's scalp off and ordering his pit bull to attack her. The attack occurred on September 14, 2015. The Daily Mail reported Zachary Gross, that's the guy, 31, assaulted girlfriend Marilyn Stanley for an hour, removed her scalp with a knife, and had his pit bull Capone chew off a portion of her ear. Gross then put Stanley's severed scalp in a plastic bag. Okay, plastic bag. And dropped her off at her mother's house. Stanley was airlifted to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, where doctors confirmed that 80% of her scalp was missing. Stanley also suffered a broken nose, her eyes were swollen, and appeared to be the size of baseballs. The victim told police that Gross had punched her in the face 6 times and kicked her in the stomach prior to telling his dog to attack her. Boone County Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney Leon Beck told the jury during the closing arguments that Gross was triggered after seeing a photo of Stanley in the park with her son on Facebook. The Cincinnati Enquirer reported the photo was posted by another man, sending Gross into a jealous rage. As Gross was slicing Stanley's scalp off of her head, he told her, "You're bald now, who's gonna want you?" Gross, which is the perfect name for him, Gross's lawyer argued that his client was defending himself because Stanley, by her own admission, had pulled the knife out first during the incident. The lawyer also tried blaming Stanley's scalp injuries on Gross's dog, but a trauma surgeon testified during trial that the slashes on Stanley's head were consistent with knife cuts. Now, ladies, one thing I don't get is, and I know, this might trigger people, but why don't you just leave? And I know it's easier said than done. I understand that, but it's from the beginning. From the beginning, the minute you see, because I was watching the story, she was telling the story of their relationship. From the beginning, he was already being, from the first time that he lost it. Of course, in the beginning, it's all honky-dory, it's all beautiful, taking her out, you're the most beautiful thing in the world, blah, blah, blah. Of course, it was all peaches and cream. But there comes a day when his true colors come out. His true colors came out one day, and it was early in the relationship, maybe like a month or two later, where he lost it, and he physically threw her out of his house. Now, that day would have been the last day that she should have been with him. If it was up to me, if I was her, that would have been the last day. You know what I mean? But we don't see it like that, especially women are very, emotional creatures. Then eventually, apparently he started texting her, "Look, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah." So she took the apology as, okay, he's going to be better. He beat her again. She left. He texted her, "Look, man, I don't know what's going on. I'm so sorry." She came back. He beat her again. She texted him, and, it's just a pattern. And she just stuck with it. And I am in no way blaming her. This is not her fault. This should not have happened to her. He had no right to do that to her. Nobody has any right to do that to anybody, male or female. She unfortunately went through this. I am just saying, from the first time that this happens, I think people should, try to take. This isn't like a new thing that's happening. This is an extreme case, one of the many extreme cases, but there's other cases where people just, mental abuse or physical abuse. Abuse is abuse. You gotta take time, to think about what you're in, man. And I think nowadays, man, see, I'm married, I don't gotta worry about dating anymore. But if I was dating again, for guys, you gotta look at stuff like this. Like, when you go out on a date, you gotta ask for a resume. And ladies too, ask for a resume, for a dating history resume. I want to know how many baby daddies you got. I'm Hispanic, so, and I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm Hispanic, so, and I'm almost 40. So at my age and being Hispanic, the ladies who I meet are gonna have, most likely 9 times out of 10, gonna have children. And I'm gonna say about 8 times out of 10 gonna have more than one baby daddy if she has more than one child. So, you know, you gotta ask, hey, where's your baby daddy at? Is he in prison? You know what I'm saying? Is he out of prison? Is he crazy? Has he killed anyone? Does he want to kill anyone? Was he abusive to you? These are things you gotta know, because you get into a relationship with her and you see it a lot. You're the new boyfriend. The baby father can't get over her or whatever. He was just an abusive guy. She doesn't tell you. You know, she thinks everything's fine. You're the one that ends up paying the price with a bullet on your back. You know, when he sees you at Ross or something trying to get a new shirt for, at a discount. You know what I mean? It's just things that happen. You know what I mean? So you gotta be careful. Women too, they got crazy ex-girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? Men have crazy ex-wives, crazy ex-girlfriends. You gotta ask, hey, I'm gonna give you one chance. And then I see that this person is coming back into your life and you haven't handled that. I can't mess with you. In this case, that didn't happen, but I'm just saying, let's just say because there was incidents with this woman right here, the one with this particular story, where she, in one of the beatdowns, she went to her car. He went after, he started stomping on her hood, and then he broke her front windshield and her back with a crowbar. I mean, at that point, he should have been in prison. She should. I would have been like, yo, he tried to stab me. I would have planted some crack on him or something. I don't care. At that point, like, I know he's like, eventually he was gonna do something. You know what I mean? Somebody that violent don't need to be in the street. I'm sorry. You don't need to be in the street. You're not an asset to anything. You know what I mean? You should be somewhere on an island with no way out. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. But luckily, this lady right here is fine. Well, not fine mentally, but at least she's still alive. She still, she can still play with her son. She has that trauma where her scalp's gone. She's not disfigured. She's still, but she still has that trauma. She's mentally and emotionally disfigured. You know what I mean? This guy's ruined her life. Hopefully he gets what he deserves in prison. But you gotta be careful out there with relationships. All right, be careful with relationships. Do your due diligence, both sides, men and women. Do your due diligence. Look at those relationship resumes, man. Hashtag relationship resume. Put it out there. Have your relationship resume. Matter of fact, on the first day, you'd be like, hey, I'm gonna bring mine in an 8x10. You'll bring yours in an 8x10. You know what I mean? With a what do you call it? Intent letter and all that stuff. Letter of intent and all that good stuff. So just this is just the crazy world we live in. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on my social media, subscribe to this channel, man, so I can grow it and get better and keep on and keep on and keeping on. And I will see y'all on the next smoke.